Hi, and welcome back to the Success with Savita podcast. I'm so glad you're here today listening to this episode because this is going to be a powerful conversation, I believe, a conversation that I hope shakes you out of your comfort zone and moves you into action. Today, we are talking about be her, and it's a very Gen Z term. I like doing all these different viral terms, things that are coming out because I think it's a very different way to look at the same old with a new light. And my topic today is becoming her or be her now and stop standing in your own way. So let me start by asking you this. How long have you been waiting to become the woman you know you're meant to be? Or if you're a man listening to this, the man that you're meant to be. How many times have you said to yourself, I'll feel confident when I lose 10 kilos. All me. This is me. I'll show up online when my skin is clear. I'll start my business when I had more time. I'll invest in myself when I make more money. I'll dress up when I have somewhere to go. And the list goes on. We create these conditions, these if then scenarios, thinking that one day magically everything will align and then we will finally feel worthy of living the life we want. But let me tell you something that might sting a little. That day is not coming anytime soon because you create that day. You decide it, you step into it, you become her now, not later, not when you're ready, not when circumstances are perfect. Let me share a story from my own journey. There was a time when I would constantly say, when I have more clients, because I had just started my business, I wasn't making any money, I will feel confident to call myself a coach. Because if you don't have clients, are you in business? Are you really a coach? Are you coaching anyone at all? Or when I'm invited to speak on big stages, then I'll see myself as a thought leader, as a person who has something to say. But the fact is, I didn't get more clients until I started showing up as a coach first. I didn't get any speaking opportunities until I embodied the energy of a speaker and started speaking in smaller rooms, on podcasts, on Instagram lives, wherever I could. I had to be her first. This her is my vision of who I wanted to be or who I was going to become. I had to own it before anyone else did. So today I want to walk you through three ways that you are standing in your own way and exactly what you can do to be her. And this is something that I have done in my own life. Part one, the waiting game. The first way we stand in our own way is waiting for external validation before we act. We are waiting for someone to give us permission. We want a mentor to say you're ready. We want the market to say you're good enough. We want friends and family to say we believe in you or oh my God, you're amazing. But here's the truth, nobody can give you permission to be the version of you that you desire to be. Only you can. When you wait for external validation, you give away your power and you teach your brain to depend on other people's opinions to determine your next steps. And that's such a difficult way to live when you become aware of it. So, how do you stop waiting? Ask yourself, what would the highest version of me do today if I trusted myself completely or believed in myself fully? What am I avoiding because I'm waiting for someone else to approve of it first? And then take one small action in alignment with who you want to be without needing anyone to clap for you, be in your corner, give you that heads up, give you an approval. Because when you move first, the world catches up. So, part one is the waiting game. Part two is the identity lag. What is the identity lag? It is holding on to an old identity. You keep telling yourself, I'm shy, I'm not good at selling, I'm not disciplined, I'm just a procrastinator, I'm too lazy, I don't have the attention span. But these are just stories, narratives you practiced over and over again. You're not shy, you've practiced being shy. You're not bad at selling, you avoided learning how to sell confidently. You're not undisciplined, you just, or indisciplined, you just haven't created a system that works for you. And here's a truth bomb, your current reality is a reflection of your deepest identity. If you want a new reality, you need to upgrade your identity. What you truly believe, what is your deepest identity, is what is reflected in your current reality. But if you want a new reality, a new way of being, you need to upgrade your identity. Start asking yourself daily, how would she think? That ultimate you, right? The most confident you. How would she believe about herself? How would she spend her mornings? How would she handle rejection? My daughter is a big Swiftie, and sometimes when I have to get some things through to her, I have to ask her, do you think Taylor Swift would do this? Do you think Taylor Swift would show up like this? Do you think Taylor Swift would be caught dead, seen wearing, these clothes that you're wearing? And sometimes I've got to do that as a parent, right? So how would she handle rejection? Well, ask yourself that. And then embody that even in the smallest ways possible today, not someday in the future, not tomorrow or next time you're stepping out. No, today. For example, if the version of you who is confident would walk with a head held high and shoulders back, do that today. If she would spend her mornings planning her day intentionally, do that tomorrow morning. If she would wake up and head to the gym, do that tomorrow morning. If she would raise her prices and back her value, do that this week with your next client, with your next pitch, with the next lead that you get. Be her now. Because if you keep waiting to feel like her before acting like her, you'll stay stuck forever. This is not the fake it till you make it. This is the fake it till you feel it, right? Part three, fear of judgment and failure. The third way we stand in our own way is fearing what people will say, or fearing failure so deeply that we never start. I'm so guilty of this. We are terrified of being judged, looking cringe, or failing publicly, or being trolled, or what will people say. This is social media version of our parents' generation of what will neighbors say and what will society say. But think about this for a second. Who are you really afraid of? Really, who? It's often not random strangers, it's the people in your immediate world who may be online, right? Friends, family, colleagues. Ask yourself, what is the worst thing they could say about me? And if they did say that, what would it really mean about me? Would I still survive it? The answer is always yes. Let me give you that upfront. Yes, you will. The people judging you are too scared to do what you're doing. Their opinions are simply reflections of their own limitations. And failure is just data. It is neutral, it tells you what works and what doesn't, nothing more. So treat it like that. It's not don't make it so personal that it stops you in your tracks. Every successful woman or man you admire has failed more times than you can imagine. The only difference is they didn't make it mean that they were a failure, or she didn't make it mean that she was a failure. She simply learned, adjusted, and moved forward. Those are my three ways that I think you could be standing in your own way. I mean, of course, there could be so many more. But for this episode, I wanted to cover that. So let's talk about practical steps about how to become her now. Okay, I got this. Is there anything I can start doing? One small thing. Yes, let's begin by writing your her profile. Describe the woman you want to be in detail. How does she wake up? How does she dress? How does she work? How does she show up in relationships? How does she speak? How does she communicate? How does she engage? How does she treat her health? Write it out as if it's already true. We do this with the visioning exercise as well. 2. Choose one behavior to embody today. Pick one simple action from this profile that you write and do it today. It could be wearing what makes you feel confident, wearing that perfume, posting your offer online, drinking more water, waking up early. Small embodiment actions create big shifts in identity over time, done consistently. 3. Reframe your fears. Write down your top 3 fears that are keeping you stuck. For you, it may be different from what I've just shared here. For each one, ask yourself, what is the worst scenario? How would I handle it if it happened? What is the best case scenario if I moved past this, right? And that really gives you a lot of clarity and just prepares you to deal with anything that may be thrown your way, right? And as we come to the end of this episode, let me leave you with this. You don't become her by thinking about her. You become her by being her. Stop waiting for confidence. Move before you feel ready. Stop waiting for opportunities. Create them. Stop waiting to be chosen. Choose yourself. Because every time you delay, you're telling yourself you're not worthy yet. And you are. You always have been. And that's what I want to leave you with today. I hope you liked listening to this episode. I'm very excited about all the other topics that I'm going to be bringing to my future solo episodes. Thank you so much for listening today. And if this episode, as always, resonated with you, share it with a friend who needs to hear it. And don't forget to tag me on Instagram with your biggest takeaway. I'd love to celebrate your growth, but please do follow, leave a rating. It will be really, really, really helpful to grow this podcast and reach many more people with what I have to share. And I love doing this podcast, and I love that you're spending your time listening to me. Until next time, remember, be her now.